Hi, my name is Abahi and I am a claims adjuster. In this video today, I am going to tell you what to expect when you attend a CNC training. Stay tuned. First, thanks for watching this video, and before I get started, subscribe and like so that I know that this video is helping you get into the industry or just find out more information. Whether you're already an adjuster or working your way into passing your exam, this information is going to be really valuable for you. So like and subscribe. CNC is an IA firm, and of course IA is an independent adjusting firm. What they do is they contract with carriers like State Farm, Allstate, Liberty Mutual, and the like to help them work the many claims that they have. To be able to get on CNC's roster, which involves paperwork, right? You have to apply, get your license, and fill out paperwork, and you have to do it in a short time frame. The one issue I had with CNC was that I thought all my paperwork was in, but then I wouldn't get any feedback from them, and I would call them and they would say, we don't have your application here anymore because it expires after so many days if it's not completed. So I applied again. Still didn't hear anything back from them. However, I called the third or fourth time. They did have my information, but they wanted to, I forget. The good thing about CNC is that they're not far from me. They are located in Mobile, Alabama. And they have a boot camp training. Now, it's a one-day training class compared to Renfro has a 2 or 3 day training class, and Pilot has a 6-day training class. Other companies like Worley and Ebro also have trainings, but they're really more specific. I haven't noticed any boot camp trainings from them. Although they do have a orientation in the State Farm training, like with Worley, that you have to go to Hammond, Louisiana to participate in. Now, this training is really going to be more for property adjusters, outdoor property adjusters to be specific. And what they're going to do is they're going to do a mock claim, essentially. So what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to dress the part. You're going to want to be in your dress pants and polo, just like if you were going out to a customer's home to work their claim. The reason why you want to take this training is because they are going to check their records when deployments come up and see what type of background you have and what type of experience you have. If you've taken this training, you'll be above somebody who hasn't taken this training. So one-day training starts at 9 a.m., which is Central Standard Time, which means if you live, let's say Atlanta, you can actually do a night drive, sleep in your car, and you go through the training. The training lasts until about 2 to 3 p.m. From there, you can drive back home. So it's about a 24-hour dedication, which means you can just take one day off of work that you currently have because this training is on a Thursday. The class sizes are small. They keep the classes to about 12 max. And the reason is because the managers want to be able to give each person individual training. The pilot training had at least 20 people, Training is on the easy going, I won't say laid back, but they say laid back. So, I mean, it's not, because it's just a mock training, it's not like you're dealing with a disaster zone, or you need to have your all your tools and kits. They'll have your ladders and chalk. They're going to show you how to identify property damage. The number one damage claim is roofs, because people will see leaks in their homes. There's also general contractors that actually go out and knock on doors and actually provide work. So if you know any general contractors or roofers, you should really thank them because they put adjusters to work. What you're going to do is, so you're going to show up in your khaki pants. You are going to learn how to scope a claim. If you do, however, want some training on scoping, let me know by sending me an email to this email address, and I'll give you some information on how you can get some scope training at a good cost. Next, they're going to show you how to write your claim, and then they're going to be able to see your ability, and you're also going to be able to get to know their expectations. These expectations include, of course, safety training, because they don't want you getting hurt. They don't want you having to file, of course, a liability claim with them, right? You also will learn how to identify the damage and how to take appropriate pictures of the damage, because as an adjuster you have to tell a story, especially if you're sending in information to Inside Adjuster. So when they pull up your pictures, which you have to label each and every single one, that's another expectation. You want to know your front face, your right facing slopes or elevations, and you want to know your pitches and what information that needs to be included, as well as the pictures that you take. You don't want them to be pictures where they can't see the damage. Number one, they can't tell where it is on the home. They can't see the creasings. They don't know if you lifted the shingle. Some companies don't like you to do what they call a brittle test. Brittle test is, you probably want to learn that information, and that's another reason why as a new adjuster it's hard to get work, because you don't know these like small minute things. What a brittle test is when they go and lift the shingle and test to see the flexibility of it, so that they can determine whether they can just do a repair on the roof or will they have to replace the entire thing. And what will happen is when you do a brittle test and lift it up to a certain angle, it would either crack or some of them fall off. Sometimes you go lift the shingle and boom, the whole thing is gone, which means they won't be able to do a replacement on that roof. They'll have to do they won't be able to do a repair on that roof. You'll have to do a full replacement. Some carriers, like Farmers, don't want you, in American Family, don't want you to lift any shingles. Why? Well, because it damages the roof when you go lift the shingle up, because the shingles aren't meant to lift. You don't see shingles flapping in the wind, right? They're meant to be secure, and so they can keep water out the home. Okay. If you want to take this training, you do need to be on CNC's roster, which means you should have submitted your application, your resume, and turned in all the necessary paperwork. If you've done that, you want to check their training schedule, and they do have some coming up this month because it's June and things are starting to heat up. We've had a lot of activity already this year, which is really, really great, especially if you want to work day claims. But most of the work is in the Southeast. I'm still curious about what you do for work if you live in like Montana or the Plains states, except for those states that touch the Mississippi River, because there's a lot of flooding. And that's all I have for this video. Let me know if you have any questions about how to get more training. Talk to you soon.